From development to production to distribution, DBM Films does it all. DBM Films has an impressive collection of films and documentaries, including The Bill Collector, starring Danny Trejo of Machete and Disney's Spy Kids, Undaunted, The Early Life of Josh McDowell, The Discoveries of Israel documentary series, and Origins of the Universe. Let's see what DBM Films has been up to.
DBM Films is great. It's a local company with a global impact. The films that we make here at DBM Films are here to entertain, educate, inspire.
It came from a vision about 23 years ago. We're now creating feature films, television, and documentaries.
DBM Films is not only just a production company, we're a distribution company. We take on titles from all over the world and we distribute them throughout the world. We also do production, so films like Undaunted, all of that was done out of our office locally.
I saw Undaunted at an event and the film was just amazing. The scenery was unreal. It was a film where you sat and you absorbed everything and you really felt like you were a part of that story.
You know, Josh McDowell's a great Christian author. You know, I've read several of his books, so I'm really, interested to see the real story of, how he became a Christian.
I love to kind of feel like I am experiencing what the person has experienced, and all of the emotion and all of the adventure came out watching Undaunted. It was just felt like I had gone back in time and was a part of his childhood. It was just amazing.
The Bill Collector has one of my favorite actors, Danny Trejo, in it. He was in Disney's Spy Kids, he was in Machete, he's a really incredible actor, and we had a chance to work with him locally on our film, The Bill Collector.
I just remember the name Bill Collector because it was an interesting title, and I saw it on my Netflix queue, and I said, oh, the movie Doug's been talking about for a long time. So the wife and I carved out some time, and we said, that's going to be our next movie we're going to watch. We were just, very impressed with the movie, the storyline, the production, the entertainment value. The humor in it was really just a funny movie with the dialogue between the characters. And it was just a really good story.
One of the projects we're really proud of here at DBM Films is Discoveries of Israel. It's a series, it's historical, and there's a faith-based element to it, and it really delves into the city of David, how it was at the time of David. You get to walk among where the patriarchs walked. From a historical standpoint, it's great, and from a faith-based standpoint, you really get to learn about figures in the Old Testament. For me, that's an incredible project because it kind of touches upon things that I'm interested in.
I've been so incredibly fulfilled to have produced The Bill Collector with Danny Trejo, Undaunted, the true life story of Josh McDowell, City of David, Discoveries of Israel. The Pizza King has been an awesome comedy that we've worked on, Duchess of Windsor. We're working on developing other projects as well.
We have Origins of the Universe. That's a new title we're carrying, and that really is a great film. It talks about creationism versus evolution.
I can go to dbmfilm.com and see what they're working on next. Can't wait to check out the next film because I know it's going to be good quality, good family entertainment, and good Christian values.
The topics that DBM Films has chosen are just ones that are interesting to me, and I'm sure to so many other people. There just are so many great stories out there that haven't been told on film, and that's what excites me about some of these movies.
So dbmfilm.com is a great website. We've just improved it to make it easy to navigate. Go to the shopping cart and type in the code PWT. You'll get a 20% discount on any of the films that we carry.
So enjoy it. Enjoy our films. You can be entertained, you can be educated and inspired by all of our titles.
I just want to see you graduate from high school. And then I want to die. Die? Can't go on, son.
More! I'll kill you! You hear me?
No, Josh.
Mom.
Promise me that you will never, ever be an alcoholic. Promise me that to be the kind of son that I can be proud of.
Sure, Mom.
No, promise me. Promise me.
I promise.
How could you ever love a father like me? I don't want you boys off of my property! Ain't you gonna do something? I built that house!
And promised it to your son.
The hell I did! You were too drunk to remember! Get on out of here!
Crying's not gonna do anyone any good, Josh.
I'm sorry, Pastor. This is just too much to ask.
I'm not asking you, Josh.
You ever touch me again, I'll kill you. You understand me? No one understands. Dad, I have something to say to you. Even if he did exist, how could a man who lived 2,000 years ago possibly influence someone's life today?
Well, I guess that's what you'll need to find out.
And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him. Then said Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
It's true. It's true.
Was the Earth created, or did it come into existence on its own without any outside interference? That's the question at the heart of the debate that still rages between evolution and creation. And believe me, it's quite the debate.
Origins is talking about history. And the problem with history is that if you weren't there and you don't know everything, how could you ever be sure of exactly what happened?
When we look at the history of life on Earth, what we see is a constantly changing panoply of different forms appearing. And evolution is the mechanism that explains how that happens.
Well, when I want to find out about the history of the past concerning how we got here, how the Earth got here, I go to the Bible, because that's a history book of the universe. You know, that's an eyewitness account of what happened.
The notion that in this one area science has somehow gone off the rails, and you can't trust what it's done in biology, but the rest of science is perfectly okay, that signals that something else is going on here.
The question of the origin of life, the origin of the universe, where we came from, is a historical question. It's a question of origins. You can't go out to the Grand Canyon and recreate the Grand Canyon in the laboratory. You have to look at the evidence of the rocks and the fossils and try to reconstruct the past. What happened to cause that?
We hope that we've helped you take a few steps towards clarity on this issue. It's very clear to me watching this, and also when I was shooting it, that the 7 experts are totally convinced in their own mind of their position. They believe that they know what is right and true. I think we would all agree that the origin of our species and the question as to what's in play here, creation or evolution, is probably the biggest question any of us are ever going to have to answer. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Todd Candelon.
Wow, I didn't know all of those amazing films were produced from right here in Baltimore. All of the films are available on their website, dbmfilm.com. And right now, until the end of the year, they're running a special on any of the titles that we mentioned here in this show. Just go to their website, dbmfilm.com, click on the store, and enter PWT as the promo code to save 20% on any of the titles. That's like the best deal in town. Next, we're going to take a look at one of our top universities in the area that has roots that go all the way back to the mid-19th century, but whose students are bringing us forward into the future. Let's see what Pizza King has to deliver.
In a small town where pizza is king.
The new king in town is Pizza King.
No one can stop the big dreams of one man.
because it's about to win the most prestigious script writing contest ever.
Except the woman who loves him.
I told you you'd find something inspiring.
There's nothing here that's inspiring.
I guess you're just an Italian sausage guy in a pepperoni world.
The Pizza King, a new comedy from Evergreen Entertainment.
I don't eat pepperoni!